This is Colombia's #1 export, coffee. In 2025, it brought in more money than oil, but it wasn't easy for the farmers. The reason? Donald Trump and his tariffs. It was crazy because it created even more uncertainty in a sector already very unstable due to prices. Harold Andrade is one of thousands of coffee farmers in Colombia. He is passionate about his work, but he's tired of seeing prices set by foreign presidents or global markets. For us producers, ideally, we would find direct buyers for our processed products, not just raw beans. The reason? He earns more because he adds value to his beans. In Valle del Cauca, he sells about 10% of his coffee directly, and together with others, he wants to expand that, even to visiting paragliders from around the world. But this isn't a solution for most Colombian coffee farmers trying to become less dependent on the U.S. market. They're still looking for answers. We are focusing on Asia as an emerging market, a market where people don't traditionally drink much coffee. But we want to get them interested. But that will take time, and they can't do it without the U.S. anyway. After all, a quarter of the region's exports go to North America. In Valle del Cauca, agribusiness dominates. Nothing shapes the landscape as much as sugarcane. The company Rio Paila is the region's largest producer, processing around 17,000 tons daily. What looks like old heavy industry at first glance is actually quite modern. Waste products are used to generate electricity for production and thousands of households, as well as ethanol for fuel. Rio Paila too looked nervously toward the U.S. last year. Right now, the U.S. is our main market, but the EU is also important with about a 15% share. Rio Paila exports sugar worldwide, with the U.S. making up 7% of its business. The company expects that northern market to hold, despite Trump. But when producers look for new markets, they tend to look closer to home, toward an old partner, Venezuela. This is a real opportunity. We used to be there. Now we're looking at how we can win that market back. Venezuela's market is well known to companies and traders in Valle del Cauca and full of potential. Until 2008, Venezuela was the most important trading partner for Valle del Cauca. 25% of exports went there. In Valle del Cauca, companies know the risk of relying on one country, so they're looking for new markets for sugar and their top export, coffee.